Hey guys, welcome to the first battle report from the Reclamation of Phlorvex narrative campaign. This is going to be a battle between my buddy Sam's Orks and my Salamander Space Marines. If you haven't seen the introductory video to this narrative campaign, then I would encourage you to go back and have a look at that before you watch this video, because that explains what's going on, the story behind why these two particular armies are fighting, and you know, what the mission is, because it's going to be something a little bit different. It's not a sort of a just a standard roll up a random mission off the Maelstrom table and draw the cards type mission. So it should be good fun. I hope you enjoy this. Back in a minute with the army lists. Right, so here's my 800 points of Space Marines for the first mission of the narrative campaign. You'll see that this is an unbound list. That's deliberate because of the campaign, but I'm using unbound here as a way of playing an army to a theme, rather than doing unbound as a way to just spam overpowered units. So let's take a look at what my 800 points consists of. Over here I've got 5 scouts with sniper rifles, camo cloaks and a missile launcher. Then I've got 10 tactical marines with combi flamer on the sergeant, flamethrower and heavy bolter, and they're mounted in a rhino. Then I've got 5 marines with a flamer and a combi flamer, and they're riding in a Razorback upgraded with a twin-link las cannon. Over here I've got 2 land speeders. They've got multi-melters and heavy flamers. And then here is my assault squad. Got 2 flamers, power fist and a combat shield on the sergeant. And then over here, last unit is another 5-man scout squad. They've got bolters and there's a heavy bolter in there. There's a random hand at the back there, that's not in my army. And the assault squad sergeant is going to be my warlord for this mission. So there we go, 800 points of Space Marines. Right, so here's Sam's 800 points of Orks. His HQ is just a regular mech. Then he's got 4 squads of boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and these have all got power claws on the knob in the squad and big shooters. 4 squads of 10, 2 of which have trucks. There we got 1 converted from a Dark Angel Land Speeder Vengeance, and 1 converted from an Imperial Guard Taurox there. He's also got 3 killer cans, and it looks like he's got big shooters on there. And then over here he's got a unit of 10 Storm Boys with a knob with a power claw. So that's 800 points. Let's get on with how we deploy. Right, so here's the armies deployed. That building in the centre is going to be the objective. That's the building the Space Marines are trying to reach to make use of its scanners and maps and charts and all of that. And the Orks basically just want to loot it for scrap and possibly weapons loaded in there. Space Marines won the roll off to go first, but chose to let the Orks deploy first. So over there we've got a truck. That's got a squad of shooter boys in. Then we've got slugger boys on foot, the cans, storm boys, the second truck with another squad of shooter boys, and another squad of slugger chopper boys there. Over here we've got the Space Marines. Scout squad have infiltrated over on this far side. Then we've got the assault squad right on the fringe of the deployment zone. The majority of the army is deployed in the centre here. We've got the Razorback and the Rhino, each carrying squads, and 2 land speeders. And then the sniper scouts have infiltrated all the way over here in these woods. So that's the deployment. I'm going to see if I can steal the initiative. And it's a 2. No, so Orks are going first. Back in a minute. Right, end of Ork turn 1, and the Orks have all moved up in a fairly uniform line. This truck's gone a little bit round the flank there, but his shooting was surprisingly effective. Over here I've lost 3 assault marines, but they passed their leadership check. But over here the scouts took 3 casualties, failed their leadership check and fell back a full 12 inches into these ruins. Really underestimated the power of big shooters that turn. but at least these scouts are Space Marines, so they will rally there. And falling back to here, not such a bad position, but it does push me a bit away from the objective. But there we go, on to Space Marine turn 2. Sorry, I mean on to Space Marine turn 1. Okay, in Space Marine turn 1, the scouts moved up over here and shot these boys, only killed one Ork, and the other one passed the cover save. The Assault Marines moved down the flank. They were attempting to get behind the building, but they rolled a 1 for the run move, so they're a little bit stranded now. Over here, the Land Speeders moved up to the side and shot that truck in the building, penetrate the armour, but it passed its cover save. Razorback also shot at the truck in the building, again penetrated the armour, and again it passed its cover save. This Rhino shot at those Orks out in the open with the the Heavy Bolter inside, didn't do anything at all, and these boys needed to snap fire because they'd just rallied, had a go at that truck again and missed. So all in all, a pretty unproductive first turn for the Space Marines, but on to turn 2, hopefully things are going to get better. End of Ork turn 2, and this Ork looting party is really bearing down on these Space Marines. Those boys narrowly failed a charge on the scout squad, and firepower from the truck over there took down another Assault Marine. You'll also see we lost a Land Speeder, shot down by the Killer Cans. And over here, the Shooter Boys continued their relentless pursuit of the Scouts and killed another one, so I've got just the Sergeant left there. Oh, he needs to take a leadership check. And he has failed, so he's going to be falling back. He's going back another 7, I'll sort that out in a second. But yeah, here we go, the Orks have moved up to the objective building and are really starting to wither down the Space Marines. But let's see if the noble heroes of the Imperium can fight back and win the day. Okay, much better turn for the Salamanders there. The Scouts, the Assault Squad and the Land Speeder all moved across here. Scouts and Assault Squad shot the boys and killed most of them. They then assaulted them. With a little bit of bad rolling from the Scouts, only managed to force a draw. 2 dead Orks and 2 dead Scouts, one of whom is the Sergeant, died in a challenge to the Power Claw Knob in there. Very brave, some might say foolish, but he did his job. Land Speeder came over here and shot the Storm Boys, killed 4 of them, and the rest of them are running away. Or apparently they're advancing in a different direction, but they're running away. Razorback shot into the Killer Cans and put a hull point on one of them. And over here, the flamethrower in the Rhino shot at those boys, killed 3 of them, and then another one fell to bolter fire. So things are looking a little bit better for the Space Marines. We've got this squad dead, those boys on the run, but there's still a lot of Orks around here. Let's see what turn 3 brings. Turn 3, and the Orks have really hit combat this turn. The Killer Cans ran across here, smashed up that Land Speeder, and these boys ran into that Rhino and wrecked it, forcing the full tactical squad to disembark. They still need a pinning check, I believe. They've passed it, they're fine. The last scout over here got shot by the boys in that truck, and over on this side the combat ended in another draw, but notably the 2 characters in there, the Ork Knob and the Space Marine Veteran Sergeant, fought a challenge and both killed each other. So yeah, we are down to just 5 models left in there. Slight advantage to the Marines on numbers, but we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. So on to Space Marine turn 4, we've still got a full Razorback there, and that tactical squad's still in good nick, but we're facing 1, 2, pretty much 3 full mobs of boys and an undamaged mob of cans. Let's see what the Space Marines can do on turn 3. The Salamander's return fire was suitably devastating. The right Razorback came over here and these guys got out, fired at the mob of Orks that were there, killed all bar one of them. He's still got a leadership check to make, I think.
Oh, he made it.
Okay, he made it then, we reckon. That's fine, he's one dude, I can live with that. These guys shot at that truck along with the Razorback. Razorback put a hull point on it, and then a combination of flamers, bolters and crack grenades from this squad wrecked it. These guys got out, lost 4 guys from the flamer in the process, so they're under strength, but they've passed their pinning check. In the assault phase, the scouts lost another member and broke from combat, so the last dude's running over here, but the assault marine passed his leadership and is stuck against those two boys in combat now. So on to Orc turn 4, and it's still really anyone's game. Alright, Orc turn 4 was pretty brutal. The killer cans came over here, assaulted these tactical marines, wiped that squad out. Thankfully the Razorback's still up. And over here, these boys and this truck opened up with everything into this tactical squad, leaving just 4 dudes remaining. They passed the leadership check, and then this Orc mob went to charge them. Would have passed their charge if it wasn't for the rather reliable overwatch of these guys. Barbecued 4 Orks, and yeah, they fluffed their charge as a result of it. So things aren't completely over and done with for the Space Marines. This Assault Marine is still holding his own here, and this Scout should rally this turn. But things are looking pretty bleak. On to Space Marine turn 4. Right, so Space Marine turn, tactical squad moved a bit deeper into the woods, had a shot at that squad, killed the one Orc, but the Knob passed his leadership test, so he's sticking around. Shot at the cans with the Laserback, managed to stun one of them, and the Assault Marine managed to take down one of those Orcs he's locked in combat with. Won the combat, but then the other guy didn't break. So fairly quick turn, on to Orc turn 5. And as you can see, the objective building is being held by that one lone Orc. So here we go, Orc turn 5. Right, Orc turn 5 was really all about the assault. The one remaining Knob here charged into these boys who'd taken a little bit of fire from that truck. So charged into these Space Marines, killed one, suffered 1 wound in return for a drawn combat. The killer cans charged into the Razorback, immobilised it, and took 2 hull points off, and the Storm Boys made in a charge on the Assault Marine. The Assault Marine did manage to kill the last of the Orcs from the previous mob, but then the Storm Boy Knob ripped into shreds with that nasty rusty power claw. So with Space Marine turn 5 and the end of the game looming, I'm really stuck for anything that can be mobile and get to where I need it to go. So it looks like it could be all over, but we're going to try and salvage some glory for the Emperor. Okay, and at the end of Space Marine turn 5, it really is all over for the Salamanders. This one lone scout over here did manage to shoot down 2 more of the on-rushing Storm Boys, and these guys did win their combat against the Knob. The Devastator guy kicked him right in the head, took him down, but they're not going to get to this building in time. They've got a full mob of boys to contend with there, and the Killer Cans, because the Razorback was immobilised, they got another round of attacks against it and blew that up. So I'm now looking at 2 Marines on foot and a Scout versus 2 Storm Boys, 3 Killer Cans, a whole mob of boys in a truck, and an Orc sitting in the objective building. Next turn, Orcs are going to sweep down here, take these guys out. Storm Boy is going to come over here, kill that Scout, and it really is all over. So that is game. Thank you very much, good sir. And yeah, that's the game done. Back in a minute with a little review of what happened.